Now, what I'm going to talk about is mobile communications. And that comprises two words. First of all, mobile. To me, for the sake of my discussion, mobile is a technology. It's the engineering, it's the electronics, it's the bits and bytes that go back and forth and carry your voice or your text message or your Facebook status or your Twitter or whatever it is back and forth between two people. But communications, for the sake of this morning, I want you to consider is almost always human-to-human interaction. Now, if you're sending text messages back and forth, obviously there's a human on both sides. But even if we talk about mobile marketing tools, where you've got a billboard that detects when you walk by and it sends a message to your phone, that is not the communication. That's just connectivity. The communication is between your marketing department and the individual holding that phone. Communications isn't just down to the phone. The phone doesn't care. It's the user who's carrying it. So while we're going to talk about hardware, and that's my specialty, understand communication is a lot more than just the electrons flowing through the air. Let me ask you this. For those of you who have smartphones, you ever have anyone come up to you and say, oh, well, wait a minute, I do not want to be that connected? Well, I argue that the issue isn't connection, it's communication. And those can be mutually exclusive. Let me give you an example. I spoke at Microsoft a couple years ago, and the speaker who got up before me told the audience all about the fact that whenever he travels now, his wife drives. Well, of course, makes sense, because now he can sit in the passenger seat while he's on that, hour-long trip to South Dakota, and he can reply to his email, and he can look at his company's books on Excel, and he can get on and read blogs, and he considered himself connected. I got to speak immediately after he set that scenario, and I got up, and he's a friend, so I was not shy to get up and tell the audience what I'm going to tell you now. These devices are not the cause of obsessive-compulsive disorder. If you suffer from obsessive-compulsive disorder, if you obsess over your emails, your voicemails, Twitter, blogs, and all of that stuff, this didn't cause it. Now, I will confess it might be a bit of an enabler, but it is not the cause, and to be honest, it's not the cure either. It's the human communication I want you to focus on in those cases.